Camilla, guess what? Dad just got promoted to the top spot at his company. He's been the big boss for a week now.
Really? Mom didn't mention anything. How did Dad manage to climb up the ladder so quickly?
I'm not sure about the details, but who cares? With Dad's new paycheck, Mom and I are set for life. We're just chilling at home right now. You should join us.
Sarah, you can't just rely on Mom and Dad forever. You're almost 30. You should consider getting a job.
Oh, lighten up. Just come over and let's celebrate. It's been so dull without you around. You hardly ever visit anymore.
I know. I've just been swamped with work and other stuff. Plus, I don't have any vacation days left.
Ugh, you're always like this. All you ever talk about is work.
I wish it were that simple, but I need the money.
But you're married, aren't you? Shouldn't Tristan be earning enough for both of you? If you're both always working, do you even have time for each other?
We see each other at work, since we're in the same company, just different departments. We're both working hard to save for retirement and other things. This year has just been particularly busy.
Ugh, that explains it. No wonder Tristan hasn't been replying to my messages lately.
Wait, since when did you two start texting each other?
Why not? He's my brother-in-law after all. But judging by your reaction, it seems like you're not too happy about it.
It's not that. It's just odd because he never mentioned it.
Oh, are you jealous? He's your husband. Why would I try to steal him away from you?
It's not about jealousy. It's just strange because Tristan usually tells me everything.
Well, now you know. And yes, Tristan's cute, but I'm not gonna try anything funny. You worry too much.
Sarah, please stop making these jokes. They make me uncomfortable.
Oh, come on. Do you really think I'd try to steal your husband? That's ridiculous. Unless... Just kidding.
Sarah, I know you're just messing around, but you're saying some pretty strange things. Please stop making comments about Tristan being cute or you trying to seduce him. Even if it's a joke, it's making me uncomfortable.
Do you seriously think I tried to take your place? That's absurd. You're hilarious. Unless you wouldn't mind me replacing you, would you?
All right, I get it. You're just joking. But for a moment there, it seemed like you were serious about liking him.
Speaking of Tristan, he mentioned something about wanting to start a family with you. But he said you weren't on the same page. Is that true?
Why would he tell you that? But yes, it's not that I don't want kids or a family. It's just the thought of all the medical risks and financial responsibilities gives me anxiety.
I see. It's my fault, isn't it?
What? Why would you say that?
Isn't it because of me that you're so worried about having kids? Because of my past drinking problem and the kidney transplant?
No, Sarah, that's not it at all. It's more about me not feeling ready to be a mother. I love kids and I want my own, but there's so much that goes into raising a child.
Oh, well, I think that's perfectly fine. There's no need to rush if you don't feel ready. And for what it's worth, I think you'd make a great mom. And who knows, maybe I'll have kids one day too.
Thanks for the kind words, but you're only 25. You don't need to worry about having kids just yet.
Maybe not, but I don't think I'd be a bad mom. And remember how much you sacrificed for me when I was being immature? If you could do that for me, imagine what you'd do for your own kids.
Maybe. Thank you. I'll give it some more thought. Tristan really loves kids too.
That's great. And try to visit home more often too. Bring Tristan along.
I'll try to make some time, but things are getting busy over here.
Hey sis, guess who's here with me at Mom and Dad's house? It's Tristan. We bumped into each other at a cafe and decided to drop by. He said it's been a while since he last visited. So, how about you? Can you make some time to come over?
I'm still at work, Sarah. I can't just leave. Let Tristan know that I won't be able to make it and remind him that he has an early start tomorrow.
Are you upset with me? I just thought it'd be nice if you could come home and see everyone. It's been so dull without you around. Plus, Mom has been driving me crazy.
Did you and Mom have another argument?
Yes, Mom and I have been at odds again. I thought if Tristan was here and the whole family was together, you might be persuaded to come over. Don't you miss us?
Something doesn't add up. What's really going on, Sarah?
All right, I'll spill the beans. Mom's been nagging at me to get a job and Dad stopped giving an allowance. Soon, I'll be broke.
Sarah, I agree with Mom. You're 25, dropped out of college, and have never worked a day in your life.
Ugh, you sound just like Mom. You know I hate working. And now you're telling me to get a job too?
Sarah, I'm not trying to upset you, but the reality is you need to start being more independent. We're saying this because we care about you.
Well, Tristan understands me. He said there are plenty of people who don't work too.
He was just being nice, Sarah. He didn't want to hurt your feelings, especially knowing that you've been fighting with Mom.
Fine. If you're gonna side with Mom, then I'll just have to live my life my way, even if it means upsetting the people I care about. I'll find a boyfriend who doesn't mind having a stay-at-home wife.
Sarah, you used to say that marriage wasn't for you, but now it seems like you're considering it just because you don't want to be independent. It's your life, but it's hard for me to understand.
I don't see what the big deal is. People change, and now that I'm thinking about my future, I need to find someone who can love and provide for me.
That's easier said than done, Sarah. Most couples these days both work because of the tough economy. And marriage is a huge responsibility. It's not something you should rush into.
You always have to lecture me. All I want is a simple, peaceful, work-free life. Oh, I know. If I could find someone like Tristan, that would be perfect. He's the only one who's been on my side about this whole thing.
Sarah, Tristan is my husband. And he's just being nice because he doesn't want to hurt your feelings.
But I need someone like him. He's the only one who agrees with me and understands where I'm coming from. Plus, he's totally my type. He's so handsome and those blue eyes. Oh, if only he could be mine.
Okay, stop right there. It's really weird hearing my little sister talk about wanting to marry my husband. Even if you're joking, it's not funny.
Ugh, you know I wouldn't do that. But what should I do? Can you introduce me to anyone?
I don't know anyone who fits your criteria. All my friends are either married or women. Anyways, have you guys had dinner yet? If not, I can cook something for Tristan when he gets home.
Not yet. Mom was about to make dinner, but we got into an argument about me getting a job. But now I feel like going out for drinks and forgetting about all this for a while. Maybe Tristan would want to join me.
Wait a minute! Tristan and I are trying to save money right now. Don't ask him to buy you drinks.
But I'm broke! And I'm sure Tristan wouldn't mind hanging out with me for one night.
Seriously. You guys should just cook something at home. Eating out can get expensive, especially when you add drinks to the mix.
Too late! I already asked him and he said yes! We're not in the mood for cooking tonight and we don't have any alcohol at home. You should just come join us.
You know I can't do that.
See? This is why I don't want to work. You can't even find the time to have dinner with your own sister. I'm gonna find a husband who'll take care of me so I don't have to worry like you do.
Alright, just for tonight. But please, don't go overboard with the drinks and don't let Tristan splurge on you. Remember, he's not good with alcohol and he has to work early tomorrow.
Don't worry. We'll keep the drinking in check. And there's this bar down the street that has a happy hour with $5 shots.
I'm still concerned about Tristan having to work tomorrow, but okay.
Ugh, relax, sis. We won't drink much, promise. Anyway, we should get going. We're both starving.
Okay, call me if you need anything, and please, be safe.
Camilla, I'm really sorry. We ended up drinking way too much last night. Please don't be mad. Are you already at work? Tristan and I were out pretty late.
What time did you guys get home? Tristan came into work an hour late. Did you just wake up? It's already past 10 a.m.
What? It's past 10?
You promised me you wouldn't let the drinking get out of hand. I was so worried. And why are you upset about waking up late? Do you have plans?
No, not really. I was finally on a good sleeping schedule, but now I've ruined it. I was getting up at 7 a.m. every morning.
Must be nice not having to work. At least Tristan made it to work today, although he did seem hungover. You should apologize to Mom. I know things can get heated between you two, but she loves you, Sarah.
Oh, but I don't want to. I really put her in place last night. I don't even want to see her. You know I'll never be the daughter that Mom wants me to be.
Sarah, you can't avoid Mom forever. I'm sure she's really worried about you. And as far as your future, you need to take it more seriously.
Shut up! I really don't want to hear that from you right now. Can't I just live with you from now on? I can sleep anywhere, even on your couch. You won't even notice me.
Sarah, as much as I care about you, you can't live with me. I agree with Mom on this one. Please, try to understand that being a stay-at-home housewife is unrealistic these days.
If you want to help me and take care of me, then do it. I'll even do the chores for you.
That's not the point, Sarah. My final answer is no. Now, tell me what happened last night. Tristan looks awful and you woke up late.
Oh yeah, we were out pretty late. We got home around 2 a.m. We started off slow with a drink after dinner, but then we took advantage of the happy hour prices for shots, and before we knew it, we were both very drunk.
You drank so much that you both blacked out? Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Why are you so worried?
Because of your kidneys, Sarah. That night scared me. You used to have a drinking problem, and it sounds like you went overboard.
Please don't freak out about that. I'm really fine. In fact, I'm not even too hungover. I made sure to stay hydrated last night. Even though I was super drunk, I at least remembered chugging water.
Well, that's a relief. But please be more careful next time.
You know, I've got something to share with you. Tristan was so plastered last night. He did some pretty hilarious things. He was so out of it, he even mistook me for you. Can you believe it? The things he was doing? I had no idea you two were like that. After all that, I'm amazed he made it to work today.
Wait, what are you talking about? I told you Tristan can't handle his liquor. What you're saying is a bit unsettling.
Well, he's the one who couldn't stop drinking. And honestly, don't you find Tristan absolutely adorable when he's tipsy? His cheeks turn all rosy and he becomes so flirtatious. Oh, plus, his sense of humor is just too charming. He's irresistible.
Sarah, what are you trying to say? I don't appreciate your implications.
What? I just thought he was endearing. He was acting like a child, all silly and making me laugh so much. He even expressed his support for my desire to be a stay-at-home wife. It was really touching.
You're starting to irritate me. There's something you're not telling me. You're talking about my husband in a way that's making me uncomfortable.
You've never really supported me. And honestly, it makes me resent you. I admit it. I'm selfish.
What are you implying? This better not be some sick joke.
This isn't a joke. My feelings for Tristan are genuine. Remember when I said I'd hurt the ones I love to live the life I want? Let me tell you about last night. It started when he leaned in close and whispered all the things he wanted to do with me.
What?
Isn't it clear? I'm in love with Tristan. You trusted me too much, didn't you? But I'm good at deceiving people. Tristan is exactly my type, and he supports my life choices unlike you. Even before you two got married, I had my eyes on him. I've been patient, but always knew he'd be mine one day. Last night was just the beginning of our story.
I can't believe what you're saying. Don't tell me something happened between you two. Tristan was drunk, and if you took advantage of him...
Tristan knew exactly what he was doing. We've been talking for a while now. And unlike you, I can give him what he wants. You brought this upon yourself by prioritizing work over starting a family with Tristan.
Enough! I don't want to hear any more of this.
You've always given me everything I wanted when we were kids. You were always so kind and generous. What happened to that?
What are you trying to say?
It has everything to do with it. I need your generosity now more than ever for the sake of my future. You know that I love Tristan and that he supports my desire to be a stay-at-home wife.
Have you lost your mind? My husband isn't something that can be given away.
Tristan wants a stay-at-home wife and he wants kids of his own. I'm ready for that, and so is he. You two just weren't meant to be. Just give him to me. Actually, he's already mine, so you'll just have to give him to me anyway. After we both drank, we had a special night together at the hotel. We never went home.
I can't believe you.
I'm sure you put two and two together right now. You're smart enough to figure the rest out. It was the best night of my life, and everything was consensual. We both ended up having feelings for each other.
To think that my own little sister would do this after everything I've done for you.
We also had some fun and took some spicy pictures. Want me to send them to you for proof of how we feel about each other?
Sarah, you have gone crazy. What happened to you?
You and Mom happened! I'm going to live the life I want, and the only person who will support me and give that life to me is Tristan.
My heart is truly broken. Why would you do this? Just so you don't have to get a job?
It wasn't just that. I've been in love with Tristan since day one.
You keep saying how you wanted him and for me to give him to you. Do you think he's some kind of object that I can just give you?
Sis, you think way too much. I already told you that I'm a selfish person. Plus, I was always in love with Tristan, and now he and I are on the same page about where we want to be in our lives. You can easily just find someone else. You told me that it's really hard to find a guy who wants to stay at home wife, but you're willing to work. If I want something, I get it. You know that's how it's always been.
I have no choice now that my little sister slept with him.
You act like this is my fault. What did you think Tristan and I were talking about this whole time? Tristan made it very clear to me that he was lonely and wanted a family with you, but all you could do was think about work. I made him realize that you weren't the kind of wife he wanted. But we both had the realization that we could be together and we could get what we want. At least he chose me instead of some other random girl, right?
What? I wish it was some random girl and not my own sister.
But if he marries me and we have kids, you'll still get to see Tristan. Things are just better this way.
You are out of your mind.
Compared to you, I just ended up being the better match for Tristan. Why can't you see that? Tristan and I are perfect for each other. All I have to do is move in with him and kick you out. You can live with Mom if you want and have my room.
That's not happening.
You're nothing more than an obstacle in the way of Tristan and I's relationship. Can you get out of our lives now? My goodness, sis. You never cease to amaze me. I was taken aback when you showed up unexpectedly last night. But no harm done. Once again, it's all thanks to you that I got what I wanted and Tristan and I are now a couple. Apologies for the awkward situation you walked into. Things got a bit heated. Tristan seems thrilled to be with someone as youthful as me. I'm sorry if it feels like I've taken everything from you.
What do you mean by everything? You must be living in a fantasy world if you think there won't be repercussions. But remember, you're the one who's about to lose everything, including your own family.
What are you talking about? What could you possibly do? Mom and Dad always favored me. I've always been the one who's there for them at home. Now, I get everything I want and even get to be a stay-at-home wife. You're stuck in my old position, living with Mom and Dad while working hard. Tristan's house is all mine now.
Laugh all you want. If you think you've won, then you're being foolish. If you think you've won, then you're being foolish.
Don't start lecturing me again. It's over for you.
You know, after I walked in on you and Tristan last night, I left. I decided to do something about this whole situation.
What? Did you go off on your own and cry by yourself? Did you get a hotel and drink your sorrows away too? It's okay, sis. I've been there.
Are you really that naive? I told Mom and Dad what was happening, and then I went to Tristan's parents' house and told them what was happening too. You both better start looking for a new place to live. I'm selling my house, so you both need to leave. I've already spoken to a real estate agent about getting the house ready for sale.
What? It's Tristan's house. You can't do that. And why did you have to go around the family spreading all that?
Actually, I can do that. I bought that house. Tristan didn't contribute a single penny, and I have bank statements to prove it. It's my right to sell my own house and use that money to buy myself another.
Huh? Just let us have the house then.
You have Tristan. Aren't you satisfied? There shouldn't be any issues. Now that my life is changing without Tristan, I'm making necessary adjustments, which includes selling my house and giving him a tough time in the divorce proceedings. In fact, I might even consider suing you.
No, but you can't just do that. You're putting us in a tight spot. You're just trying to intimidate us. Why on earth would you sell your house?
I'm not intimidating you. This is just the natural course of a divorce, and that's my house.
Stop playing games. You're doing this deliberately because you know I'm broke. Don't you care about Tristan? He's the one who's going to be under the most financial strain.
I don't care. I trusted you and you betrayed me. Despite the pain this situation has caused me, I still let you walk away with my husband. Actions have consequences.
But it wasn't entirely my fault. He came to me because you weren't giving him enough attention.
You keep making excuses. Don't come crying back to me when you both have nowhere to live or go. Whatever happens to you both after this is not my concern.
Fine. Tristan and I will be happy living our lives together and starting a family. He can use his money to buy us another nice house. Do whatever you want.
Good luck with that. I have a lot of work to do regarding selling the house. I also need to contact my lawyer. I need you both to remove whatever belongings you have left in my house. You both need to leave, now!
But wait! Where are Tristan and I supposed to go while we look for another house?
That's your problem. Just get out and find a hotel or something. Don't make me involve the police.
Are you really planning on abandoning your own little sister?
I'm not abandoning you. Have Tristan book a hotel for both of you until you find a place to live. Also, he doesn't earn nearly as much as I do. The best thing you can hope for is a cheap apartment for rent.
Wait, what? How much does he earn then? Doesn't he work with you?
Yes, but he works in a lower level department dealing more with customer service tasks. I'm a higher level manager. We only interact occasionally at work. He earns almost $2,000 every paycheck, but rent is pretty high in California these days. Hopefully, if you're lucky, you guys can find a cheap studio or something. If you want something better, I suggest you start working and helping out.
No way. Please help me because I'm still your sister.
That means nothing to me now. If you had any love for me, we wouldn't be in this situation. Sisters don't steal their siblings' spouses. You've stabbed me in the back. I'm going to sell my home and start anew, far away from all this chaos. I deserve a fresh start in a new city, a chance to clear my mind. And don't even think about turning to our parents for help. You've been nothing but a burden to them. They're expecting you to return only to clear out your room.
What? They're actually throwing me out now?
Absolutely they are. Reflect on your actions for once. Our parents have always been there for you, and it's high time for you to grow up. We've clearly pampered you too much, and look at the mess you've created. I'm done playing the generous sister to you. You're mature enough to figure out your next steps in life.
But how are we supposed to afford a hotel and then find a place to live while he's paying your divorce settlement?
The solution is simple. Get a job. Anyone would tell you the same thing. Did you really think I'd let you off easy? Consider this a wake-up call. You're on your own, Sarah. It's time for you to step up and act like an adult.
How could you be so heartless? I'm freaking out here. I don't want to work. I don't want this life.
Then live on the streets for all I care. You have an easy way out of this situation, but you're choosing to be idle. Life doesn't always go as planned. I'm done caring about your well-being. The last time I'll ever see you is in court. You've made your bed. Now lie in it.
Why are you being so ruthless? How can you just abandon me like this?
That's my line. You're the one who's been ruthless and selfish. Yet here you are asking for more. I've done so much for you already. I even donated one of my kidneys when you were on your deathbed due to kidney failure. Your audacity is beyond belief.
Oh, but I thought everything would be okay because it was me. I thought you'd forgive me if I was with Tristan. Tristan was already contemplating cheating on you anyway. He told me everything.
You need help if you think I'd be okay with any of this. Why didn't you just tell me what he was planning instead of going along with it for your own benefit? You even admitted that this was your plan all along, so don't try to play the victim now. You're going to experience the harsh realities of life the hard way. It's time for you to grow up.
Oh, I'm sorry, sis. Please don't do this. I don't want this anymore. I've changed my mind. Tristan is broke anyway, so you can have him back. Say something, Camilla. I need you. Please answer.
Pretty soon, Tristan and Sarah realized that they really had nowhere to go. I spoke with my parents and Tristan's parents, and they all agreed that Tristan and Sarah must pay for their actions. Everyone was so disappointed. I sold the old house and filed the divorce papers. I also hired a really good lawyer and was successful in court. In desperation, Sarah had to find a job so that she and Tristan wouldn't end up homeless. Sarah was hired as a maid at the motel she and Tristan were staying at. Luckily, they were understaffed and in need of workers. Tristan and Sarah finally found a very small apartment to live in. They both argued about money so much that it eventually consumed their relationship. But they couldn't leave one another due to their poor financial situation. This was karma at its finest. And on the other hand, I bought a new home and got a new job with less overtime. It's like my whole life got better once I cut Sarah and Tristan out.